Oh, welcome to News World, Albany Banana Corps. I'm just here for the air conditioning. And today, we would like to give the Worldly Award to Sean P. Collins for his work with the unions. And yeah, good job. You get a Worldly and a Solidarity Committee Award in the same week. It's quite awesome for you. And we got a lot of reports, not a lot of talking today, so we're just going to move right along. And I have compiled events from the past few months in and around the Capital Region. To begin, my stalking of Angelica Clark continues, and it led me to a Troy City Council meeting where I recorded her saying this about them, about Ordinance 91, about that which would ban memorials for the dead.
I'd like to remind the speakers that Ordinance 91 has been pulled.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware that it's been pulled, but it was until this morning on the agenda, and I'm sure it hasn't gone away forever. So we're here to make sure that people are aware that this perspective, there are different perspectives about this particular issue. Ordinance 91 seems to be unconstitutional from sort of a general perspective. It bans public activities on public property and even starts to charge for the use of public property. Which is sort of a side concern. The main concern is that people have a right to mourn those who died, who are their loved ones, their friends, their neighbors. There shouldn't be limitations placed on that, simply because in this case, in the ordinance, there isn't a specification around what the memorial is about. But it seems clear that people are talking about banning the memorials for folks who are either killed in some sort of street violence that happens. And those people are human beings too. Those people have families, they have the right to mourn, their families have the right to mourn, the community has the right to mourn, and the folks who this ordinance would actually impact are the poor communities in Troy that are already disenfranchised in so many different ways. It's very curious and very unfortunate that this council and this administration would seek to put forward another piece of legislation to disenfranchise that community that they already seem to, in many ways, either not care about, not support, or simply forget exist. So that's sort of one issue that I'd like to speak to. And the other issue, I'm not actually certain also if it's on the agenda tonight, is a resolution with language that was put out last week around the necessity of the public and the members of the city council to proactively support the police department no matter what. It doesn't say under what circumstances, it doesn't say around what issues. Obviously, it was done in reaction to what happened last week, but it's not specific about what we're referring to. And in fact, it goes so broad and so open as to say that every law-abiding citizen in the city of Troy must proactively support the police. Why do you require that specificity, law-abiding citizens? Who is outside of that category for you? So for me, that's a huge issue, because it seems to me that the folks outside of that category are the poor folks, the black folks, the brown folks that live in Troy, who are, one, primarily not in this room, and also not even made aware when things like this come to the table. So that's what I'm here to say, and I want to just make it clear that if these resolutions return to the table, and I'm sure they will, so will we return. And also, to be clear, we will be out in the community communicating with people and making sure that they know what's going on in these rooms and what's going on behind closed doors. Because that's absolutely disgusting. Reading something that says that you must proactively support the police as a law-abiding citizen in the city of Troy is disgusting, when often we see that the city of Troy has to pay out settlements for violence that the Troy Police Department officers enact on folks who live here. So it's a very short-sighted and a very sort of ahistorical resolution, and it's certainly, I'm glad that it's not here tonight, and it shouldn't be here any other night. That's it.
And we're back. Okay. Yeah, pick this up later, Sean. We'll hold that for you. Here is a memorial for the dead at Dana Park. the dead being women who were victims of state violence. So, worth staying tuned for.
We're at Dana Park memorial for the people, for black women that have been slain by police officers in an alarming rate in 2015.
I thought you were saying you were going
I am ready to do what I need to do for this next generation. It's time. It's time for me to do God's work at the end of the day. I know everybody don't believe in God, which is fine, but I want you to know I'm going to talk about God because for me, He has truly opened my eyes and showed me that there's something out there that we can do. We can stop sitting around and just saying, oh well, maybe next time, or oh well, we knew that was going to happen. It's time to stop knowing that was going to happen. It's time to start doing something. So I'm finna go to bed. But I just want everybody who hears this to know that I truly thank God for you. I thank God for you taking your time to hear me. And I'd like to plant the seed in you. I need you. I need y'all's help. I need you. Sandy speaks. Peace, everybody. So, you know, this concept of an altar, of this altar, for me, was planted in me by a number of women of color sisters that I have throughout the country who have been doing powerful spiritual work and honoring, you know, our ancestors. And for me, the concept of this altar, this altar, is that, you know, these women are now in the realm of the ancestors, and we can ask for their guidance and support as we move forward in this struggle. You know, we have to remember that they are watching over us and they can support us as we move through this. Because as Sandy said, we cannot stop. We must keep going. We must keep struggling. And I created a way that you can interact with the altar if you want to. We have some pieces of paper and some pens. And I wanted to invite you to write one word that you would like to ask of these ancestors to support us, to support you in moving forward in your commitment to continuing to struggle for justice and for healing. Do you need courage? Do you need love? Do you need healing? Whatever it is that you need to keep on moving, to keep on struggling. You know, sometimes we can be weighted down by the pain that we feel, by the fear that we feel. And so, you know, I invite you to use that pain, use that fear, tap into it at this moment, and ask for guidance as we move forward in the struggle, because we cannot stop and we will not stop. Thank you.
see everybody's face, even though you may be strangers. I know you be blood of my blood and flesh of my flesh. Make no mistake, her death was no mistake, and to those of you who truly believe so, there's many accounts from other different people saying otherwise. You see, 1865, they abolished slavery. They don't have a plantation now as a penitentiary. We sharecropping weed and other drugs on these streets. It's not much difference. And I hate to say it, but I doubt our oppressors gonna let us go freely. We ain't gonna walk away. This fight, I pray to Allah, whoever you may pray to, that it doesn't become physical. We live in a physical plane. Everyone needs to arm yourself not with weapons alone, but with skills. Because if we were to be cut off, nobody here knows how to grow food, right? Everybody knows how to grow food, everybody? Y'all know how to make a water wheel, y'all know how to produce electricity without national grid? This is what we have to do. We need to teach each other, teach ourselves. Because if y'all is dead without national grid, nobody knows how to really salt food, there's no refrigerators, what you gonna do? You see what I'm saying? You should know how to do your own plumbing. We've done this for millennia. Going back to before they had aqueducts in Greece, we taught them that. We taught them that. By we, I mean the original people. Y'all should know who that is. I'm from Schenectady. I've seen too much. We got some of the dirtiest cops in New York State. This is the Empire State. And if they don't like it, they know my name, they know my ID, come see me. I'm not threatening anybody, but I won't be threatened. And I will not be afraid. I ain't hiding under no rocks. I'm right here. When things get serious, I'ma stay here. Just like Nat Turner told everyone. There was 100 slaves, he said, who wants to be free? Let's say about 50 step forward. He say, all right, y'all want to be free? If everybody steps forward, what are you gonna do about it? First thing we have to do, those who didn't step forward have to go. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. If you ain't ready to fight, if you ain't gonna stand up, get out the way. Get out the way. But we need unity. And it's really strange saying is how we're gonna have to divide ourselves. There is a path, there's a proper path, there's folly, and there's a future. If you go on the path of folly, you're not gonna have a very good future. You all need to teach each other, each one teach one. But make no mistake, Malcolm sat in that window with that gun for a reason. And you know what happened to Malcolm? Just as well as Martin.
And Sandra.
Sandra as well. Sandra as well. Peace to everyone here.
And here is a demonstration concerning DA David Soares and the Ivy and Dixon cases. We are still waiting for answers there. You know, the gears of justice can take a while, we understand that, but we need answers.
Dontay's case because he was a student of mine many years ago, and when I spoke with his parents, they said that he was the same shy, kind of withdrawn young man that he was when he was in the 6th grade. And it's a horrible shame that his life has been taken away suddenly with no explanation. We are here today to lift our voices. We're not here to bash, we're not here to disrespect, but we're here to use our ability to lift our voices for justice. And if you happen to be in the way of that, then okay. Because if you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'm here to speak to David Soares because I've known him personally. He's been a good guy. I've been on some of his committees. His heart is for the youth. I cannot understand this, him not coming forward and helping in this situation. Not only about Dontay's outcome, that these policemen be held accountable for taking his life away, and that he would not come forward for the young man who's in there 16 years old in an adult prison. Come on, David. Come on. Come on. I know that good is still in you. You show it. My kids just went to his camp, winning prizes from his program. So there, it is there. Don't let the voices of others jade you, because sometimes, you know what happens? We get in positions and other people pull our strings, or we get beholden to other people.
Yes.
So be yourself, be who we elected you to be. Stand up for the right of the youth in this city, which I know you have a heart for. And we're not bashing the cops either, the policemen. They have been trying to, some of them, to do community policing and having programs and meeting with the community. But if the chief, the new chief, does not make it mandatory that they all be inclusive in learning about us and living among us and listening to us, nothing is ever going to change. And I just want to say this. I was listening to, reading the conversation of 3 grandmothers, and one is a great-grandmother on Facebook. And they said they weren't going to be to this march because they have been doing this for 3 generations and nothing has changed. And they said kudos to the young people who are picking up the baton. So to the policemen of our community who are here to serve us, to David Soares, who we've loved and supported and want to continue to support, but you got to do the right thing. You got to do the right thing for the people that you serve and the people who have elected you. So I'm looking forward to having some good things come out of this. And as the mother Rishi, as you said, that the conscience do not rest of the people involved in this situation. And of course, I have a collar on, so I know that God makes things possible if we pray and if we believe. Everybody does not pray, but those who do, keep it rolling. And so at this time, I would say, David Soares, would you immediately conclude this investigation and hold officers responsible for any and all wrongdoings in the case of Dontay Ivy? And it sounds cliche-ish, but do the right thing. Serve the people and serve the people right. With the respect you want from us, give it back to us.
There's that. Now we're going to switch it up a little bit. We have Grizzly, Grimace, and Oddy Gato. Together they are Grizzly Gato, and this is the Beat Shot pregame practice. It's what you do before you go perform on stage, in case you didn't do that. Okay, tell us about Chief Cox.
He must be related to Dick Balls that we went to high school with. What kind of name is that? Cox. Wouldn't you change your last name if it was Cox? Wouldn't you change your last name if it was Cox?
No.
You would keep the name Cox?
Yeah.
What is this, a baseball?
Change my middle name to Gratuitous.
Gratuitous not included Cox. Holy shit. No wonder he comes up here with that fucking camera.
So
Get a shot of this guy. He's enjoying himself here at Oktoberfest 2015. All the way from Frankfurt, Germany. We have the Grizzly Gato. And there you have it.
Yeah, so what do you think about him being appointed to chief officially?
What are we talking about?
The fucking chief of police was appointed.
Here in Albany?
Yeah. He just got put in, Brendan Cox.
Well, we'll have to see. It would certainly be a change for a chief to motivate the rest of the policemen to do some actual police work. But we'll see. Maybe we can
It might be hard for a chief to achieve his goals. I heard he's an overachiever.
But if I had like $1 for every time I just see cops walking into that building over there and never walking out, I'd be rich as fuck. Come on, man. They don't do any work. Also, if I had a nickel for every time I saw a cop in this town run a red light, blatantly for no reason, you know, it's like people wonder why there's so many accidents and why the traffic lights are so fucked. It's like, look at the example that our law enforcement sets.
Exactly.
It's not good. That's why I came up with this great Japanese game show called Stoppa and No Stoppa, where we camp at like different intersections of Albany with some big confetti cannons, and we wait for a cop to just blow through the red light, and then we have our host come out, no, stop! Have the confetti cannons just blasting off. The cop immediately draws his gun, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, no, dude, you're the one in trouble. No, stop!
Afternoon before the show, no?
I like to practice before the show, not at the show.
Yeah.
But there's, we model ourselves after many different groups. ZZ Top, Molly Crew, Muddy Waters.
White Snake.
Yeah.
The legends.
The legends. Beastie Boys, Run DMCs.
Tears for Fears.
I could play it off the vinyl too.
Tears for Fears is shit.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We model ourselves after the greats.
It's not like I said Queen's right. But we model ourselves after that.
Yeah,
Chris,
we're
I can play
just
this
like
off
them.
the vinyl.
Tenacious D being one of them.
Silence a little bit.
And there's nothing like the behind the scenes like this before the show.
Nestled in pillows.
We get to be comfortable. Sometimes a snack, a tasty snooch will come through, and we get lucky.
And I blow some dab in Oddy's face.
And we're better than Donnie Wahlberg at KOTV.
So you gotta change this instrumental. Keep it where it just drops down. Please have your medical agent get the card on. What? You need to chill out. We're locking people up for some trees and stop treating rappers like we was a fucking disease. You need to stop making records with a negative vibe. What you trying to do, son? Yo, they killing my high. You need to get up, get out, and stop watching the news. The television of a land with some racist view. You need to stop making babies acting like you don't care. Stop wearing fake hair. Stop rolling with the bare venom for tumbleweeds. They be rolling down the street. Stop kicking rocks, so put some lotion on your feet. Stop fronting, girl. You know you want to chill out with a G. Here's a ticker we can kick it, just picture it visibly. I can flip it like the spirit, the rhythm is bringing me. So begin this with a bitch that is slicking the Trinity. On the beach in Puerto Rico, just listening to the sea. On a hammock in Jamaica, Coachella, you feeling me? Nah. Looks like a dentist be drilling for teeth. What? The Grizzly Grimace is killing the beats. You know that's true. You know that's true.
Okay.
Highlight of Rocky IV. Doing the squat uphill with log on the back. Christ-like crucifixion.
Okay, let's get back to Beat Shot.
The montage
No.
is always a
Beat shot.
Beat shot.
Beats for sure.
Beat
Sheetbot.
beach hot.
Your shot.
Fusic Festival.
Fusic Festival. Holy shit, we're here live with Wendy and Moogie, and they're having a good time at Beat Shot
Beat shot.
Music. I'm one of the founding members. You think I got a flyer to hand to anybody? You think I got tickets to sell? I get this. That's a big fucking zero to me. Don't put that on TV, man. Fuck you and your News World bananas, okay? He's got the last hat of Albany Banana Corporation from 1960.
Matt Wagner here, Albany Banana Corp field representative. Coming to you live from front of the poorhouse. Here to talk about Beat Shot Music Festival. This will be my 4th out of the 7 headliners featuring Illa J, Mocha Only, and a bunch of people from Albany.
Only Oddy's 3rd.
How many Beat Shots you been to?
As a founding member.
As a founding member of Beat Shot?
I don't know. I lost my cell phone, so I'm here, but we're here live, and there's going to be lots of giveaways. I don't know anything about what the rest of these guys are talking about, but you bring the whole family down. It's going to be lobster rolls and crab cake giveaways.
A lot of kid-friendly music.
That's right.
Bobby Fusillo from Fusillo Hyundai is going to be
That's right.
there.
It's going to be huge. Hey, if you ever get a massive coronary and you find me on the sidewalk trembling, pulling on my arm like Ric Flair, the medical bill is going to be huge.
Thank you for joining News World, Albany Banana Corps.